Alright guys, welcome back to Hyrule Warriors. Last time we met in Hyrule Warriors, we continued Sia's Tale by going into the battle that took place right before the actual first battle of the game, if that makes any sense. So now we're actually in the timeline split once again, where I think I flubbed up the order, because later on, I think this is when I start to flub up the order, and this is also when I change the normal, because Jesus Christ, I can't take it anymore. So I think I flubbed up the order in terms of what chapters to do. But at the same time, I think this was I think I was right on this one. I think it wasn't until Linkle's Tale when I messed up the order, which is good.
At his urging, she ripped time and space open to create portals to 3 other eras of Hyrule.
Imagine if someone was playing Sia's Tale like as it unlocked, and it just spoiled that Ganondorf's coming back. Okay, I'm pretty sure Ganondorf coming back was a given, especially if you've played literally any Zelda game. But it's just funny to imagine that, it's like, what? Ganondorf's in this game? Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're back in the Twilight realm once again, the Palace of Twilight. Still love this theme, by the way, because at this point in the theme, it just sounds like it's about to start a rave. You just need like glow sticks and like a lot of strobe lights with this when the song's playing. So this mission is actually a little interesting. I'm gonna turn down the game audio in my headphones because I can't hear myself think. So this is actually a little bit of a different gimmick this time around. So this time around, you can choose which one of these two you go after. You can either go after Midna, or you can go after Zant. The thing, it doesn't matter which forces you attack until you start going towards the keeps. My recommendation, go for Midna. One, that's I think the path that they intended you to go. And two, it's just much easier to deal with Midna than it is with Zant. Because, by the way, either way, you have to fight both of them at the end of the day. It doesn't matter which one you fight now. It's just a matter of which one is going to be less of a pain in the ass later. Or it's going to be which one's less of a pain in the ass immediately. And Midna is a pain in the ass, so deal with her. I mean, yeah, Midna being a pain in the ass is nothing new, I guess, because if you played Twilight Princess, you know. Actually, she wasn't that bad. If anything, she was one of the better Navi characters than, Navi and Fi. She had a personality, and she didn't hesitate to show it, and I like that. And plus, Twilight Princess is one of my favorite, is probably my favorite 3D Zelda. Probably my favorite Zelda game, period. Unless Tears of the Kingdom just absolutely just blows it out of the water, which I honestly doubt will happen, because I just don't see that happening. So for this map, I believe this map, in terms of the chronology, actually I think takes place right after, I think it takes place right after the previous, no, I think it takes place before the first Twilight Princess map and the time skip. Because, well, I don't know, actually, because Midna mentions that Sia's the one that made her into the form that she is, into the imp form that we know and love her as. Not in the, Twilight Midna form. So, I don't actually know when this takes place. I think it's probably, I think I'm right. It takes place right before, the Twilight Field map. But I could be way off. I don't think they really give a shit about where the thing takes place anymore anyway, honestly. Any good tangents? I already talked about Tears. I talked about Tears of the Kingdom 2 parts ago, and I don't want to get into that tangent again. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, it's just been... I mean, at the time of this recording, I'm literally 1 week... I mean, at the time of this upload, it's literally 1 week away from my graduation date, which I am both excited and terrified of, because, you know, I'm not ready for, for any of that, but, what can you do? It was bound to happen eventually. Unless I dropped out. I mean, also 1 week away is Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor comes out in literally a week, and that I really can't wait for. You know, I love Fallen Order so much that I can't wait for that to come out already. I haven't really seen a lot of gameplay of it. I've seen a few clips here and there, but I've been pretty much in the dark for it on purpose because I really want to go into it surprised, especially considering that I am going to be writing a review for it, like while I do my playthrough. So yeah, I do look forward to Jedi Survivor. I hope it doesn't end up being a disappointment, but I doubt that. I mean, judging from the trailers and just, you know, I mean, they surprised me pleasantly with Jedi Fallen Order in the first place. You know, if you watched my review, which you can find on this channel, I'm just kidding. If you watch the review, you know that I said that I was a little afraid of this game because it was EA publishing it, but, you know, when I found out that Respawn was the company taking care of it in terms of development, you know, I actually had a little more faith in it because, you know, I mean, I never really played any Respawn games besides, like, I mean, I know about Apex Legends and Titanfall, I've just never played them. Oh, that's a problem. Actually, no, it's not. So, oh yeah, Volga's here, by the way. I didn't even notice he was here until now. Now that we defeated Midna, she locked all the doors. And I honestly don't know... I mean, I honestly hate that part because, you know, in the original, like, you were stuck as the character you were choosing to play as. So if you were playing as Sia, you were stuck as Sia in this area by yourself, meaning that you couldn't progress the mission already. And you had to wait for the cutscenes to play out so you could actually, you know, beat the game, so you could actually beat the mission. Meaning that if your allied base was in danger at any point before you defeated Midna, guess what would happen? You would be stuck there, you can't go back to help your allied base, and you lose the battle as a result. Because I think that actually did happen to me when I played this game, when I played this on the Wii U version. Because, you know, it was my first time, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I would say, I actually do think that Sia's maps are actually a little more challenging than the main story's maps by default, I want to say. Not by much, but I think they are, like, a little more challenging because they actually incorporate some gimmicks from adventure mode that, you know, you normally really don't run into that often. Also, with the amount of cuts, the amount of dialogue that happens in between a lot of moments, a lot of missions, you're basically waiting for the game to hurry up and finish. You're basically waiting for the game to you know, go through all the dialogue first and then do the next prompt. Which again, that's a criticism I have with this game specific. Actually, just all Warriors games is that, you know, the dialogue, you know, just really slows things down in the main stories. But at the same time, I mean, it is the main story, so it is important that they have dialogue during the battle. By the way, Agatha just kind of pops up and we just beat the hell out of her for no reason. I think I enjoyed this part a little too much because I was spiteful towards her after Twilight Princess. I mean, I still am. Just fuck Agatha. I know she means well, but I hate her. I hate that stupid bug side quest. You know, it took me like 4 days. It took me like hours to find the stupid bugs in the overworld, and then she got mad at you if you withheld a bug because you were too busy, you know, trying to save your rupee, your wallet room. The hell was that? I think I just... Oh! I think I know what I just heard. Okay, so this is interesting. So, when I was recording this, I didn't realize that I had my laptop mic still on. So, yeah, because I could still hear myself talking. Yep, that's me. I can hear myself talking. So that's actually past me. That is me talking to myself, just like... Because I didn't realize that, you know, the mic was still on until I looked. I think there was one point where I looked over. I'm like, oh shit, my mic's still on. Luckily, I didn't say anything too bad. I think I was just talking to myself like a crazy person, like always. But it was just kind of funny. Like, I didn't realize that. Yeah, because I heard. I think I just heard the words, "this jackass" again, because Argarok's back. But this time around, you don't have to kill him to beat the game, to beat the mission. You just have to kill Zant. Well, not kill, but this is a Nintendo game. We don't kill in this series. Actually, no. You know what? Screw that. I mean, we see Link literally stab Ganon in the head like multiple times throughout this series. So, God, it's so weird hearing myself talk in the past. Past me needs to shut up. And Zant's already out. You unhand me, peasant. Okay, no. Yeah, I could still hear myself talking. I thought I grabbed the audio track without me in it. I'll have to look at my audio tracks again. Oh, no, Da Vinci's weird. I'll fix it. Alright. I mean... Yeah, just pretty standard Hyrule Warriors. I mean, there's not much else to this map. Well, there's nothing left. We already beat it. I don't remember what happens if you beat Argarok before you go after Zant. I'm assuming just some more dialogue happens. Like, it's nothing like what we did with Midna, where we had to defeat Argarok. Like, we had to use the chains and shit like 10 times in order to actually beat him. We just had to beat him once. We just had to do the normal, you know, use the hook shot, take him down, yada yada yada. Nothing too crazy about that. I think the biggest challenge, though, for the DLC campaigns is finding a good thumbnail. I'm just gonna be frank here. There's no cutscenes in the DLC campaigns, except for, like, their intro. The only exception I would say is Linkle's Tale, and I think the Wind Waker maps have cutscenes, but whatever. Anyway, the next time we meet in Hyrule Warriors, we're going to continue on with Sia's Tale with the next part of the... technically, the timeline split... Okay, so the timeline split that we had with the main story is no longer a split. It's a linear timeline now. So...
Hyrule.